Well, you can't hear me over them? How about now? Oh, yeah, I can hear myself a bit louder. And if I rotate the mic a little bit, that'll make it harder for the mic to pick them up. And I should probably bring... Where is the cursor? There it is. Bring the cursor to full screen. Well, my computer has a GTX instead of an RTX. So I can't get the broadcast app that will literally drown them out. So, as in the description of the live stream, this is mainly about the X39 from Lifewave. It is a patch that I like to do as much as possible. And if you watch some of the previous videos, you'll see that I've gone over the little pamphlet that is with the patches. You get a month supply of them, and that is one patch per 12 hours. And it's recommended for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. Now, it's recommended to put these on a... I'll try to get this in there without the glare. Unfortunately, that's a little bit difficult. Maybe if I turn on the studio lights that I have here. Can I get a better look? Or is it a little bit too bright? There we go. This is the envelope that you get. I've already opened this one because this is what I'm on. And so what I do is that there are two little sticky things on the back. You remove one of them. Once you place this, that's it. I don't recommend taking it off, because if you do, you can't put it back on. And this is a little bit hard to get in the shot because of where my stomach is. My big rear end, or big gut, is down there. Now, there's the belly button. And I'm going to place this 2 fingers below that belly button. And then while it's applied to your stomach, you remove that second piece of the patch. And there you go. You have patch applied. And then you can go about your normal day willy-nilly. I know I got a little bit of my own table here because of my size. This is something I'm working on. I would love to eventually be able to stick a tube into my stomach and suck out with a 1 horsepower medical grade pump done by a surgeon, to remove fat from my body, to get the poundage down. Because as I'm losing weight, I'm going to have a ton of loose skin. I know it's going to be gross and not appealing, but hopefully as I lose weight, I would be able to easily walk more. Right now, I just can't walk. I just can't stand. Literally. Oh, no joke on that. I remember when I used to be able to walk. I used to be able to run. I miss that time. I miss the whole going around to different places, enjoying the sights as I'm trying to get stuff done. But as currently, well, kind of up the creek a little bit. And also the facility here that I'm at, it's a skilled nursing facility, and they are wanting me to take measures for when I pass away, because their prediction is that this is just going to get bigger. I'm just going to keep getting bigger, and my heart is eventually going to give out. I want to prove them wrong. They may want everything set up. I'll get everything set up that they want. They want an increase in the share costs that I currently pay. I think I actually have funds available for that. As for other things, I want to get debts paid. I don't want them hanging around. But here's the thing. There's this little thing called, as I mentioned, the share of cost. And guess what it doesn't allow me to do? It doesn't allow me to get a job. It doesn't allow me to have any kind of an income. Which absolutely, I'm not going to say the word because I think it'll be a little bit too inappropriate for this stream. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I don't think it's right. From the stream. I may have to switch from a variable stream key if that happened. Well, that's the point. The point of doing these live streams is to be transparent with the audience. It's to let people know that, yeah, I'm trying a product to help improve my health, but I also have people around me that would like to see me lose weight. And I'm just not some smuck in a skilled nursing facility going, oh, I'm going to eat a ton of food and blah, 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 blah. No, that is not my aim. Even though it's what quite a few people perceive of me. Well, the thing is, I don't have the runs. It's not necessarily it's not necessarily the amount of the food I eat. I think it's what foods I'm eating. For example, every time that I've ordered food, it's, well, not every time, but the majority of the time that I've ordered food, it's to test to see how my stomach would react. There's actually been time where I've ordered food and I've lost weight because of the diet, because of the type of diet I unintentionally performed. I actually have another friend that works at Walmart, and he has relatives that not only work in law enforcement but also in the medical field, which I thought is pretty cool. I was wondering how he was so successful. So I'm gonna set this over here in my active. Oops. Sorry, they hit the mic stand. Yeah, no, why not have a mic in the picture? In fact, I have a mask that's somewhat in the picture. It's this thing right here. In fact, I'll go ahead and bring it around so everyone can see it. I like this thing. The facility gave me a different one initially. So because of this one, I can actually talk properly and breathe properly. Yeah, you can still understand me because sound waves can still go through it. But until I actually need this mask, I normally keep it hanging here on the mic stand, someplace that's easily accessible. I just keep it hanging on the back of the mic. Um,
Hi, City. Right there's your gabapentin, okay?
how many months?
Hey, you. You left this on the tray.
Oh, bummer. I am so sorry.
All right. I'll leave it. I'll put it on this side next time.
Just to let you know, I'm live streaming right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget to take them, okay? Thank you.
Because the trays have tags on them. But yeah, we can talk about the financials after the stream. I don't want all of my life being transparent. I have sponsors. Yeah. It costs $100 and something. I'm on the bronze. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. That. Okay. No. Oh wow. In fact, I would like to get as many of my friends and sponsors in on these calls. That's one thing that I would really love to do. In fact, I would love to get Curso on this. In fact, I looked at the back office yesterday, as I've already told you, and I found social media banners. I'm thinking, why didn't I look at this before? And not only social media banners, there's also presentations. There's a couple of interviews that can be played. Now, from what I can tell in the interviews, they're audio, not. I wish it was video. I wish we could see the person and see their expressions as they're giving that presentation. Like right now, instead of looking at the camera, like what I should be doing, I'm looking down here on the monitor at your face. Now the reason for that is because I grew up knowing that you look at the person that you're talking to. You look them right in the eye. But here's the thing. When it comes to video conferences and stuff like that, you need to change your perspective. Instead of looking at the person's face and their eye, you need to be looking at the mechanical eye, or the eye that everyone's going to be looking through, namely the camera. So that too, but I don't have a teleprompter. I could easily use my screen as one, but with my reading capability, I would be chopping those words left and right. Yes. In fact, let me bring this a little bit closer. I need to pull the mic back a little bit so I can do this. There is actually one thing that I would like to show. Also because of the sponsor, I'm able to wear a shirt that's appropriate for my size, even though it makes me look like a girl a bit when the shirt gets underneath the chest a little bit. it the whole reason why I don't like sleeves is because the temperature in all the rooms here at the facility, and also the hallway of the facility, nice watch, are so does mine. Except yours may be newer. Mine's the S3 Frontier. Yeah. Despite the fact that I want to upgrade, I'm going to hold off because that watch has saved my bacon before. Now, that's a story for later. The situation is that the temperature in all the rooms in the facility, it's essential heating units, for the whole building, is that they keep the temperature a little bit high. Now, that's so the patients don't get, patients and residents of this facility don't get cold. And unfortunately, because of my size, my body naturally retains heat. And I turn into a rude, obnoxious, and irritated resident when I am way too hot. It's like turning the boiler up. Yeah, actually, no. Thanks to the facility, they brought a small AC unit over here in the corner. I don't have the second camera up so I can show you this. But there is a second AC unit for when I get too hot and the room needs to be cooled down. And so, because of that, when I get too hot, I just ask them, hey, can turn it on, put the vents on the front down a little bit so it blows on me. And with that, I'm just able to cool down enough to where I'm somewhat comfortable. And don't worry about this. This is just a speaker. Right now, because it's getting so close to lunchtime, I know they are not going to like the fact that I got stuff on this second table over here. So I'm just clearing it ahead of time. Let's see. In fact, I'm curious what they're supposed to be serving today. Today's Tuesday. Oh, T-Mobile Tuesday. I can't wait to check that app later. In fact, I may check it after this. Oh no. Chicken with rosemary sauce, boiled red tomatoes. Ooh, that sounds good. Seasoned peas. That sounds even better. Cornbread and ice cream. Now, I should probably let everyone know this is just their general menu. They do change it up, so they may send me the chicken, they may not. In fact, I may ask for something else. I wish I would have looked at this sooner, but I got a little bit busy. And I was trying to clear my head for this live stream. Because of the news I got earlier. Well, they want me to look into this when I die scenario. Actually, no, I never filled one out. I if something happens to me, there is actually someone that I would like to look into these matters. Unfortunately, they're in Nebraska. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel down about that, but used to. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Ah. Uh, wow. Ah. Wow. Yeah. So your father had the power of attorney over your mother. Wow. Ouch. Wow. Thank you. Ah. Wow. Uh, Wait, a trailer? And he had a swimming training pool, a swimmer's training pool in his trailer. Uh, uh, was it a table type guitar? Is it generally used in country music? Was it a theremin or something like that? Huh. Ah.
And he got to the point where he couldn't stand to work, and that's the way he was trained. He had to stand to work. So he had fewer and fewer patients. He would still go into the office, and that secretary for years, bless her heart, office manager, everything. She would escort the patients in, seat them. He would come in and cheerily greet them with his dental smock on, and he would look at their mouth and say, "Oh, we'll have to make an impression," and they would go and do their thing, and they'd send that out to the lab, and they'd come back with the repair on their teeth, false teeth and stuff like
Huh.
that. A lot of that was how he finished up. Um, I was young when he was drilling on my bad baby teeth, had a lot of that, and
Ooh.
he's 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 seriously painless. Knew how to, not even the shot that goes in, you don't feel it because you put on the topical. Now, I always tell the dentist that, hey, you can show me the needle all you want. I just don't want to feel it. And so they would put this topical thing in there and they just let it sit there for a while. And it kind of numbs your gums. And then when they take that out, it tastes bad. Don't lick the stuff. And they would then poke you with a needle. And then they'd come back and they kind of pinch your cheek and go, "Can you feel that? If you're numb enough, you're not going to feel a thing." Except for that one wisdom tooth. That wisdom teeth are nasty. Do you have your wisdom teeth?
Yes, I do. In fact, two of them, maybe three, have rotted out. Actually, I still have the roots,
Oh,
but with the way my teeth are going against each other, they're destroying each other.
well, that's got to
In
be
fact,
fixed before it
this
gets
tooth
worse.
right here in the middle, I can't apply very much pressure on it.
You should see a dentist. This is something you need to get done. I don't know that they can
Well,
come to you. You pretty
n-
much have to go to them. They do have portable dentistry, so it's
yes, they do.
possible.
They actually wanted me to see a dentist about removing two of the roots.
Well, the roots being removed is not as hard as you think. My problem was the healthy tooth. Now,
Yeah, there's
I
actually
had,
healthy teeth right next to them,
yeah.
and in fact, they were somewhat planning on giving me dentures.
Well,
But
yeah, you still look
I don't qualify for dentures because I only have one of the teeth in certain areas that are almost rotted out.
well, okay. The concept is always save the tooth, and that's why they fill it, and then it's a restoration.
Yeah,
Restoration is to make the tooth last longer. Finally, you get to the place where there's an infection at the root, and a root canal is necessary to remove that, but you still have the tooth. And then finally, that breaks down, and you have to have the tooth removed, and then they'll put a bridge in, and more modern stuff is an implant. Now, the
yeah,
fun thing is they can knock you out and do all that in one day.
which
It
I'd
takes
rather they
time, and
do.
it's like buying a car. It's seriously like buying a car. You would be making payments on that. Whether you did it ahead of time or later, you'd still have to be having that taken care of. The thing with the wisdom teeth, most people don't keep them. That was the only fillings my dad had. He never had a filling due to a cavity or decay, but his wisdom teeth came in crooked, and it impacted on the other tooth, instead of growing like it should. And so it dug into the tooth and caused it to need to be filled. Now the wisdom tooth comes out, and the other tooth, mine, they, I went through years of orthodontia to make room. And here
Just to
my
make room?
yep, I had room. I had all my teeth, and then in later years here, some reason the wisdom teeth rotted. The crown broke. They had to pull it out. I had two more in the same year. They broke, and it just was decayed. They say there's no way to save them. Fillings, were they've fallen out, and then the crown breaks. Right. I don't feel a thing. I've never had mouth pain. It's always been pain in the ears. But
Yee.
yeah, I know. I go to the dentist because I'm supposed to. I don't go because I have pain. I've never waited that long. I always know this is what's going on. Have a man do the X-rays every 6 months, and so forth. Um, I did shop around a little. I probably had 4 sets of X-rays in one 3-month period because I tried to find somebody. They said they would give me a grant, the whole thing taken care of, and I go great. And then they told me that because of the nature of it, not because of my income, but because of the nature of the problem, there was no grant. And I'm going, so I paid you how much money to do X-rays to tell me that I'm not covered? Yes, well, we didn't know. Why did you tell me that ahead of time? They were sort of teasing me into doing it. So
Yep.
anybody who says they're going to give it to you for free, don't believe them. Now, if you get, there's a couple of different insurance things that you've just started up, and they will insure against certain things. The state pays for those. So they're
Yeah.
not really saving any money, and they're just organizing it for you. So they're good for that. And you don't have to pay them anything, so that's good. Then there's another one that they'll give you credit, dental credit, and you get credit to go and get your teeth worked on and so forth, and they'll give you some amount. It depends on what you qualify for, and interest free for a period of time, and promotional, et cetera, et cetera. And those are all good things. Well, I used that to the max. And when I got done